Nice. I like that. We're going to Vietnam. Congratulations. We have our very own Atamunosio Caribbean judge, our newly crowned Miss World Nigeria 2026, representing Bayelsa State. An accomplished queen, she's previously held the titles of Miss Africa International 2024 and Face of Port Harcourt 2023. And you have the responsibility of carrying us to the global stage. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I can feel like you're still taking in the moments of that night.
I
Saturday and you're still like, okay, is this me? You know, and all of that. You know, what was running through your mind when you announced that you're Miss World Nigeria? Did you even hear your name right? So you're like, it's not me.
Oh no, I definitely heard my name right. I was waiting to hear my name right.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
This entire journey, I believe that, so an incident happened with my team and I, and coming to the competition, I believed that I was going to win. But I was telling my team that after that incident, I was convinced that I was going to win.
Wow.
Because I'm a strong believer in God, and I said the devil doesn't fight who God hasn't approved of. And with the way the accident happened, it was unexplainable, came from nowhere. And I just believe that I'm definitely winning this for that to have happened. So
yeah, and I know the audience saw the crowning moments because you had lots of supporters. But let's talk about the backstory. I mean, the journey to the crown, experience in camp, and I mean, what was running through your mind when you picked the form and everything? I mean, what was that process like for you?
The backstory of this entire journey is I always wanted to be Miss World. From as little as 3 years old, I would say I'm going to be the next Abani Derego.
Wow.
That's what I told all the adults around me. My auntie, my favorite auntie, calls me Abani up until this day. And after going to school, after youth service, I was asking a lot of questions, especially to God, like what comes next? Like what do you want me to do in this moment right now? What's the next step? And my manager came to me and just said, there's this form that you could participate in a pageant, you have all it takes. And then it just took my mind back to that little girl who had the dream of standing on stage and being on every front page.
And it's a reality now.
Yes, and it's a reality now. And that journey started. And every single time I competed, the first time I was the first runner-up anyway, even though that still allowed me to represent Nigeria at Miss Africa International, where I was graced to win. Coming here, I knew that I had to put in a lot more work. I've had the experience over the years, thankful for that, but I knew that there had to be more. So I got myself a catwalk coach, I got myself a speaking coach, someone to train me for my music, because I performed singing for my talent, and everything else that came in between. I had a whole team, and representing Bayelsa State, there's an argument right now online. Is she from Rivers? Is she Bayelsa? And I'm actually from River State.
Wow.
But my mom is from Bayelsa, so I leaned into my maternal heritage, and it doesn't take away the fact that I'm from River State. I'm proudly Ijo. That's who I am. And because I was graced to represent Bayelsa State, my team lead is from there, and he just said we will lean towards that. So we went to see stakeholders, and that was when the accident happened.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we were on our way to see the NDDC MD and CEO, and we parked to fill up our car tires, and out of nowhere this bus just comes and rams into us. And I was in a separate car from the bus that was hit, but the impact was so hard that it hit the first car, and the first car hit the second one. And the car went up and came down, and I was just, did the car tire burst? What just happened? Everyone was so confused, dumbfounded, and we're just grateful that every single person came out of that car unharmed.
Oh God. I mean, that's very surreal experience, but just the highlight of your camp, what was it like? How would you describe the highlight of all the experience you had in camp?
Tested me. I'm capable, I'm more capable than I thought I actually was. Waking up early is not my strongest feat, but I was the one waking up my roommates. The first time we stayed at Alaro City, I woke up my flatmates because it was a 2-bedroom, and I woke my roommate up, I woke this one up. I was like, you guys, we need to get ready, we need to be outside. And we were outside first, that they even had to tell us, okay, you could go back to your rooms, and then they told us, come back down later. And waking up early, but one of the moments I really enjoyed was dance. Some of the other delegates were saying, it looks like you choreographed this dance.
No, you've done the work a year ago.
Because I had so much fun doing that, the exercise, going to the gym, having breakfast. everything was really awesome. The first few days were really difficult for me. I think recovering from like the impact of the accident. I think I had a little bit of a cold, but I recovered, and I pushed till the very end.
At what point did you say, I think I've got this covered? I mean, not to be too proud or boast, or what was that point where you said, this is mine, I'm going to win this?
From the very beginning, yes. I believe that I was one of the first people to register for this edition. Yes. The post was made last year, October, I remember vividly. And the first time when I saw the post, I was frantic. I was like, oh my gosh, the post is out. And I registered 2 days after. Yes. I registered 2 days after, so I'd been waiting since October last year. Like,
so you have been literally waiting, like, planned, gotten the catwalk, gotten everything. See, preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly.
You have to come prepared. But you have an advocacy platform.
Yes.
What's it called? What's it about?
My advocacy is beyond labels. Growing up, I had a small stature, as I still do, and coming with the fact that I was really dark skinned. Everybody's like, she's so skinny, stick, don't break. I'm a sports person as well. I love sports. Played basketball, volleyball, swimming, you name it. And a lot of people around me just had different labels, very derogatory too. But I made a conscious decision that I wasn't going to let anybody's words bring me down. It was a decision that I made. And beyond labels is we're advocating for inclusivity, education, especially for children with special needs. But more so, we're challenging societal labels and stereotypes.
Nice. So, yes. I mean, with the special needs, what it's about? I know it's children with special needs, so are you going to be hitting hard with that for this year? Yes,
we're going to be hitting hard with that because I like to call them, I know everyone started calling me the diamond of the season, but I like to call them the diamond in the rough because I believe that these kids and their peculiarities, they're capable of so much more than society thinks that they're capable of. And it takes care, it takes awareness, and due education as well to be able to bring out the potential in them. We've had some cases all over the world, Michael Phelps, Jessica Fox.
Yeah.
These people are excelling in their endeavors. Jessica Fox flies with her feet. If you wouldn't see that happen here in this part of the world, and we're speaking of that, these people are capable. They're more than a disability. They're more than a diagnosis. They are able to do certain things, and that's what we're advocating for.
I love that already. You're hitting the ground running so quick and so fast. So what does it mean to be a beauty queen? I mean, 2026, you're Miss World Nigeria. What does it mean to you, this 21st century modern beauty queen?
What it means to me is beauty with a purpose. During the head-to-head, they asked, what is beauty with a purpose to you? And I said, I'm sat here because of that. Someone decided to take an opportunity, and I want to be that person for someone else.
Nice. So you're going to Vietnam. You said, I'm going to Vietnam. That was one thing I think I was just laughing. So you're representing us on the international stage. Preparations like, what's in your thoughts, your plans around that? Yeah. It's not too early to start talking about that, though.
No. It's not too early to start talking about that. What's in my thought and my plan is, I always used to say the headline will be 25 years later, Nigeria wins the Miss World crown.
Nice. I like how, in fact, you consistently already said it from a 3-year-old child to now.
Yes.
So what advice do you have to that young girl who feels unseen and doesn't know, awkward, and just feels limited?
To that young girl, I'm looking at you right now. There's a space for you. There's a community of people that would accept who you are, what you stand for, and everything that you represent. Do not let anybody's words bring you down. Don't let anybody tell you that you are less. You're capable of more. You're strong. You're resilient, and most of all, you will excel in everything that you set your mind to do. This journey started for me when I was as little as 3 years old, and I'm sat here now, and you're able to do that and more.
I love that. Just to wrap up, what legacy do you hope to leave behind where you eventually, pass over the crown? Or just this 1 year, what's the legacy you have in view?
The legacy that I want to leave behind, I was asked, what do you want to be remembered for? Is that I was authentic, I was unapologetically myself, but more so, I was able to leave the next person that would come after me in a better spot than they were.
No truer words said by our Miss World Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Congratulations one more time, and I'm sure preparations are in NS for the Miss World on the global scene at Vietnam. What month is that? I think it's still later.
August.
Is this August?
Yes, this August.
This is literally so close. Thank you so much for coming, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Once again. For everyone who is watching, I'm sure you had a great time. Our beautiful queens did justice to the conversation, but the note is, beyond every crown is a purpose, beyond every title is a responsibility, and beyond every label is a human being with limitless potential. So we say thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to our beautiful queens, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.